Welcome to this lecture on Discrete Mathematics. Today, we are diving into a fascinating and highly practical topic, disjunctive normal form and conjunctive normal form, commonly known as DNF and CNF. If you have ever wondered how complex logical conditions are simplified so that computers can understand them, you are in the right place. We will build this from the ground up, so do not worry if it sounds intimidating right now. Let us get started. Now that we know our topic, let us understand why these forms matter. Imagine buying a car. You might say, I will buy it if it is a red convertible or if it is a black SUV. You are listing specific acceptable combinations. This is a sum of products approach, which is exactly what disjunctive normal form or DNF is. In discrete mathematics, we use this highly organized format to clean up messy logical expressions. Before we write them, remember that a literal is simply a Boolean variable or its exact opposite. This brings us to the mathematical representation of disjunctive normal form. Conceptually, this formula is just a list of specific winning combinations. Let us look at the symbols. The dot represents the logical AND operation, which behaves like multiplication. The plus symbol represents the logical OR operation, acting like addition. The prime symbol means NOT, which flips a variable's value. Notice how the variables are first grouped together using AND operations to form isolated clusters. Then these clusters are joined together using OR operations, making it a true sum of products. If any single variable inside an AND group becomes 0, that entire group becomes 0. But because they are connected by ORs, the overall function still outputs a 1 as long as at least one other group remains a 1. Now let us contrast DNF with conjunctive normal form. Alternatively to listing winning combinations, you might frame your rules as absolute requirements by saying the car must be red or black, and it must be a convertible or an SUV. This is a product of sums way of thinking. To put it simply, CNF is a list of strict rules you must pass, where you say I must pass this rule and this rule and this rule. Every single Boolean function, no matter how complex it starts out, can be mathematically rewritten into a CNF equivalent. Let us look at the mathematical structure of conjunctive normal form. Conceptually, this formula represents a checklist of absolute requirements. In this equation, the inner groups are formed using the OR operation, represented by the plus symbol. These groups are then multiplied together using the AND operation, represented by the dot symbol. This perfectly illustrates the product of sum structure, where addition happens inside the parentheses and multiplication happens outside. Think about what happens physically here. If any single variable inside an OR group changes to a 1, that specific group evaluates to 1. However, because the groups are connected by ANDs, if even one single group evaluates to 0, the entire function instantly collapses and outputs a 0. Now that we have seen the formulas, let us understand how we actually build them from raw data. In digital logic, we often start with a truth table that shows every possible input and the resulting output. When we want to build the disjunctive normal form, we only care about the rows where the output is exactly 1. We build what are called min terms to capture those exact winning scenarios. Conversely, when we want the conjunctive normal form, we only care about the rows where the output is exactly 0. We build max terms to avoid those specific failing scenarios. Let us look at this truth table to see exactly how min terms and max terms are formed. On the left, we have our inputs x and y and our output f. Notice the second and third rows where the output is 1. These generate our min terms for the DNF. For example, in the second row, x is 0 and y is 1. So the min term is x prime and y. Now look at the first and fourth rows where the output is 0. These generate our max terms for the CNF. In the first row, both inputs are 0, so the max term is simply x or y. This diagram perfectly summarizes how raw data translates into our standard logical forms. Before we move on, let us see this with a concrete example. Suppose we have a security system with two sensors, A and B. The alarm F rings, meaning it outputs a 1 under two specific conditions. First, it rings when sensor A is off, meaning 0, and sensor B is on, meaning 1. To capture this, we create our first minterm. We invert A with a prime symbol to turn the 0 into a 1, giving us A prime and B. The second condition is when both sensors are on, meaning both are 1. No inversion is needed here, so our second minterm is simply A and B. We have now set up the pieces we need. Continuing with our security system, we now need to combine our minterms to form the final disjunctive normal form. We take our first minterm, A prime and B, and our second minterm, A and B. Because DNF is a sum of products, we connect these two AND groups using an OR operation. This means the alarm will ring if the first condition is met or if the second condition is met. This perfectly matches the required structure. Physically, this final answer tells us the exact parallel pathways that will trigger the alarm in our digital circuit. Now let us shift to finding the conjunctive normal form for the exact same alarm system. This time, we are looking at the rows where the alarm does not ring, meaning the output is 0. The first case is when both sensor A and sensor B are 0. Since both are already 0, we do not need to invert anything to make an OR group that equals 0. Our first max term is simply A or B. The second case is when A is 1 and B is 0. To make this group equal 0, we must invert E. So our second max term becomes A prime or B. We have successfully identified our feeling conditions. To finish our conjunctive normal form expression, we must combine the two max terms we just found. We take our first max term, A or B, and our second max term, A prime or B. Because CNF is a product of sums, we connect these two OR groups using an AND operation. Both of these sum conditions must be satisfied for the system to evaluate properly and keep the alarm silent. Physically, this final answer represents a series of strict gates that the signal must pass through. We have now successfully extracted both standard forms from our system's logic. Now that we have extracted forms from truth tables, let us look at another method. Sometimes you are given a specific Boolean expression that is currently mixed up and not in a standard format. Instead of drawing a massive truth table to find the standard forms, we can convert the expression algebraically. We do this using standard Boolean logic rules, such as the distributive law. This is a beautiful aspect of discrete mathematics because it shows how we can manipulate logical statements exactly like we manipulate numbers in regular algebra. It saves time and provides a deeper understanding of how the variables interact. Let us see this algebraic manipulation in action. We are given a specific Boolean expression. F equals A and the group B or C prime. Right away, we can see this is not in a standard sum of products form because the AND operation is sitting outside the parentheses. To achieve a proper DNF structure, we need all the AND operations to be trapped inside the smaller groups. And the OR operations must only be used on the outside to connect those groups. To fix this structural issue, we will use the distributive law to multiply the outside variable A into the terms inside the parentheses. Continuing with our conversion, we apply the distributive law. First, we distribute the variable A to the variable B, giving us A and B. Next, we distribute the variable A to the literal C prime, giving us A and C prime. The result is two distinct AND groups that are now connected by an OR operator. This perfectly matches the strict definition of a sum of products. We have successfully converted the mixed expression into disjunctive normal form algebraically. Physically, this means we transformed a complex circuit requirement into a standard, easy-to-build and/or circuit layout. You might be wondering why we care so much about forcing logic into DNF and CNF. In the real world of computer engineering and software design, standardizing logic is absolutely critical. When engineers design the microchips inside your phone, they start with complex logical requirements. If two engineers write the same logic in different ways, it is incredibly hard to tell if they built the same circuit. By forcing all logic into these standard forms, it becomes instantly clear if two expressions are mathematically identical. Furthermore, DNF directly translates into a specific type of physical circuit called an and/or circuit, which is the foundation of modern electronics. We have covered a lot of ground today, so let us review the most important ideas. First, disjunctive normal form is a sum of products, representing all the specific ways a statement can be true. Second, conjunctive normal form is a product of sums, representing all the strict rules a statement must pass. Third, we learned that we can extract these forms directly from truth tables using minterms and maxterms, or we can derive them algebraically using rules like the distributive law. Mastering these forms allows you to translate messy real-world conditions into clean, buildable digital circuits. You now have a solid foundation in standard logical forms. Great job!